Morning guys, welcome to Phoenix Tarot TV. It's been a while. I make no excuses for that. I had some trauma, I was ill with COVID, so I needed to go within and go through the dark night of the soul transition, which a lot of people are going through as we've come into the age of Aquarius. So had to do some soul searching, had to do some healing, which is great, because now I feel revitalised. I now feel stronger in myself, my power. I'd like to help you do the same. So if you want to connect with me, details are below, and I can help you go through that process. So what we're going to do today, because it's the first one back, a little bit nervous, I haven't seen you guys for a while. I'm going to do a collective read, just for whoever needs to hear it, about yourselves, about your general energy, and focusing on yourself. And then what I'll do, because I do like the Love Tarot, I've literally lined out all the star signs, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for each star sign to see what's happening in your love life, your influence on there. So I'm going to be using the Tarot Grand Lux, one of my favourite decks. I've also got quite a rare, I love this guy, he's like the Michelangelo of tarot for me, Cairo Marchetti, and you can see these are little tiny ones. So I'm going to use these as clarifiers today, which would be really, really cool. But you can see there's so much detail on them. Fantastic. So I will put the link to his store below as well, so you can go and have a look. But I mean, you know, it's my opinion, but I think he's an absolute genius. They look fantastic, and even in this deck, actually, he's got 4 additional cards, and they're basically a palace card for each. I want to say suit, but that's like cards, but for each element, so earth, fire, water and air, and the whole idea is each of those have different meanings, obviously geared around abundance, but also reaching the level, so if there was a 10 and an 11, the palace would be like the 11 for me. But we'll get into it in a bit more detail. So I hope you're all well. I hope people that have, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're coming out of the lockdown and COVID, and you know, a lot of people's mental health has been affected. You know, people have lost people. It's been a tough time, guys. Been a tough time. So don't suffer in silence. Reach out if you need some guidance from me. Of course, if you want a personal reading, I'll be doing them again from April. So there'll be a link below to contact me. I'll be doing special offers for, you know, basically coming out of lockdown. Let's see what energies we've got available. So I'm just going to shuffle cards here a little bit and just see what comes out. So this is just general energy. So straight away we've got the Knight of Swords, and it's popped out in reverse. So all my decks I start off in the upright position. It's not that I don't read reversals, it's just I prefer the cards to almost impose a reversal on me if it's the message that needs to come through. So that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, and for me it's about, we'll come back to the cards in a second because I want to get a better picture, but yeah, it's an interesting that one's come out first of all upside down. So a few cards come out now. So now we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Ace of Swords in the upright position, we've got the Knight of Cups in the upright position, and we've got the 4 of Swords. Do love these cards. Now we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Lovely card. See that? Counting the coins, abundance. Right, so I'm going to do 10 cards for the general energy. Actually, tell a lie, I'm going to do 12 cards. That's fine, not a problem. We go with the flow. So then we've got, lovely card. This is my marriage card. 4 of Wands. We'll go into that in just a second. Oh, we've got the Devil as well. Capricorn energy. Let's have a look and see what else comes out. It's too many flips over there. So also I've moved home as well. I've moved like 200 miles away, so a lot's gone on, as I said, so a lot of changes, a lot of positive changes, so much abundance is coming now. So we've got the Emperor, the Hangman, the Queen of Swords, Okay, so this is starting to tell a little bit of a story. And then we've got the Five of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess. So overall energy is the High Priestess. So this card is all about an awakening, an ascendancy. Very much spiritual, very much your third eye chakra, your emotional ascendancy to understanding yourself, as this part of the reading is all about you. And so this is, maybe you've gone on a bit of an emotional journey, of course lockdown, but just in general, since the turn of the year, and the awakening side of that is all about self-awareness, understanding what it is you really want. So whether this, I mean, it can be relationships, it can be work, it can be just life in general. You know, it can be a fertility card for me as well. So if you start thinking about starting a family, that might be, you know, quite strong in your emotions at this time. So let's go back through the 12 cards that we've got. So I wasn't setting it out to do it by month, but it's almost like months of the year have come out. So let's have a look. So the only card that's come out in reversal was the first card, the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords in the upright position would be kind of rushing in. We always see the Knights as rushing in, apart from the Knight of Pentacles, who's a little bit slower. But the Knight of Swords is all about sort of truth, being quite direct, honest, and I see this because it was in the reverse. Maybe you're being a little bit indecisive, or you're not quite sure. It doesn't have to be that you're being indecisive. You're just not quite sure. You're in a place of, it could be work, it could be with a relationship, it could be just maybe like myself, about moving, taking a risk in these uncertain times. But with the Hierophant, you know, this again is not dissimilar for me for, you know, the High Priestess level. This is about awakening. You're coming into yourself. You're really starting. You can see the energy of the sun, the light. It's a very spiritual card, this one, for me. This is, you know, one of the major arcanas of the deck that is all-seeing, all-knowing. So that I really like the fact that this has come out next to that uncertainty. So I sense that you guys are in this transition, but what's going to come to the end of it is a real self-knowing, real... it's almost like going from, I really don't know what I want to do, to, right, I'm doing this. I'm on it. I'm after it. This is what I want. This is what my life is going to be like. And for me, I've been through this. This is, I mean, these cards are talking to me as well. And actually, as a direct result, I mean, the Hierophant can also mean, you know, commitment, marriage. It's another marriage card for me. The two main marriage cards for me are out on the table. So this one, for me, it's like a spiritual marriage, this card as well, in this deck. It's really, really being at one with yourself, knowing what you want, knowing what you're going to accept, boundaries. That, you know, the Hierophant, you don't mess with the Hierophant. The Hierophant knows, you know, I can see through your BS, I can see through you trying to play me. So really strong, powerful cards. Actually, you've got some really, really, you know, dominant cards here. You've got the Ace of Swords. So again, you've got your air energy. So this might be, you know, your star sign or somebody that's significant in your life. So you've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I love this. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that sword is. And then you've got an eagle, or it could be a hawk, but I think it might be an eagle in the background. Literally, you're rising to your power. How powerful does that sword look? Aces always signify a new start, a fresh new beginning. But based on the cards that we've had so far, we've got uncertainty. We've then got real deep awakening, growth, spiritual knowledge of yourself. To bang. I know what I want now. I'm going to rise up like an eagle, and I'm going after my own power, my own truth, the direction that I desire. Love it. So from then, we've then got the Knight of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. And again, this is about movement. So this is an emotional movement as a result of the transitions that you're going. So it might be that this could be a relationship, it could be potentially a past relationship that you weren't sure about, and now you're a bit more sure about it now, so you're prepared to commit a bit more emotionally and go towards that emotional commitment. It could be because a knight's a protector, and the energy I'm getting for this is still about yourself. So this is about protecting your own emotional well-being, allowing your cup to feel naturally, to harness your emotional well-being, your new learning about yourself, so that we all have these conversations, and I have conversations with another tarot reader, and please check her site out, because she is, I love this woman. She is the most naturally kind-hearted person. Her soul, you can just feel it even in her readings. She's got a lovely Yorkshire accent as well, which always reminds me of Melanie Sykes, that says, do you want another flake in that, love? Which is brilliant. I love it. But what she's very good at is she's really good at identifying the energies of yourself and the direction that the cycle that you're in. And this for me is a beginning of an emotional cycle of loving yourself. And we often get misled by society and misled by people's opinion, that self-love is kind of arrogant, selfish. No. If I can't love myself, how can I expect anybody else to love me? If I don't appreciate my qualities and the direction that I'm going, how can I expect anybody else to? So this is really starting to build a little picture now for whoever needs to hear this. Of course, with COVID and everything's going on, we've had a rest period. The reason I like this card, often it's normally just a straightforward coffin, but what I like, again, because of the cards that have come out, if you look at the top corner here, it's like a spiritual rising. Here's depicted either the guy's sleeping or he's dead. He's perhaps had a battle, right, long battle, and he's been put to rest. He's been slain, so to speak, but he's actually ascended. He's rising in the power, and this whole reading for me is about you harnessing your power, rising in your knowledge, and by doing so, you're going to get abundance. Now, again, sorry, the Knight's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and here we've got the first Earth energy, but for me, it's probably the second most significant Earth energy behind the Ace of Pentacles, for me personally. And the reason I say that is because you've gone through all this transition, and you go straight from, that transition to a 10. And what it means is it might not be that you win the lottery tomorrow and you're rich beyond your wildest dreams or whatever. What it does mean is on all levels, you're attracting abundance. And for me, attracting abundance isn't just about what you want, it's about what you need. So I love this card because I associate this card as well with a lot of manifestation, and I do a lot of work with, the lady I just mentioned. So hers is All Scars Tarot. I forgot to mention it. So make sure you check her out. She's brilliant. And she does a lot on manifestation as well, which is really good, really powerful. So I set my intent, as you can see from my other video, on Sunday, I think it was, for the full moon. And what this means is you're really now attracting your what you deserve in life. And this can be money, this can be a new job, this can be the relationship side as well, but it's grounded. So when this is, when we, I don't want to say the word desperate, but when we really want something and then we get it, and it's kind of like, it doesn't turn out quite the way we thought it was going to, that's not this. This is, I'm going to get what I want or what I need, and it's going to stay. It's going to change things. So this could be, you might buy your first house this year, and that makes you feel a lot more secure and stable. I've moved into a place, I have not been this happy in myself for years, probably since 2008. I've got my own place, I've got my own space, I can, you know, listen to music when I want, I can relax. This abundance is solid, really solid. So I really like that. Whoever this is out for, you know, and please do comment below if this is you. I'd love to hear your story, because for me, you've kind of gone on a similar path to me recently, which is brilliant. And then wow, you get your abundance, and suddenly you're getting married, or you're moving in with somebody, you've got a significant relationship or a significant commitment. So this could still be a commitment around work or something like that. So I don't want to rule out those things. But it's a happy ever after card. You know, the sun's shining, your partner's there, you've got your lovely little, you know, this could be your gazebo out in the back garden, because we all want to get our friends and family over after COVID, you know, get a hot tub out, get the music playing, get the barbecue going. It could be a celebration on that side of things, you know, just happy with your family, your friends and all these things. But it could also be something more significant. So wand energy, so that's the first one that's come out with the fire energy, which is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So that might be significant to you, it might not. So then we've got another major arcana, which is the devil. This is my favourite devil card of all the decks that I've got. And the reason being is because it's all about seduction, bondage. Look at these two lovers. I always see the devil card as almost like a mirror of the Gemini lovers card. And it has some traits similar. So when we show the Gemini lovers card, sometimes that can be about you making a choice, not dissimilar to this. This is about the toxicity, so negative versus positive in relationships, work, commitments, but there's temptation here. So you've gone through this journey to abundance, and you know, spirits, universe, God, whatever you believe in, when you start to get what you want and you're in your power, the devil will always test you. Always test you at the point you're at your strongest. Try to seduce you at your weakest, but always try to test you at your strongest. So when you're in your power, expect, you know, that, you know, do you really want it? It's almost like you've got it now. You've got this success, you've got it. Do you really want it? So if you're starting a business or you're recovering your business, how hard do you want to work for it? You know, are you going to be sidetracked? It can also be things like codependency. It's only fair to mention it. Codependency, it could be, addictions either in yourself or somebody you know that's struggling with those things. So be mindful of that. You know, it's tough times. You know, we've all been sitting at home watching Netflix, eating more than we should. I definitely have. And, you know, we might have been drinking more than we should, those kind of things. This is about understanding what point you're at, and I don't want to say controlling the devil, but basically defeating any sort of devil elements that you've got. Could just be simple that somebody significant is a Capricorn in your life, very, very strong Capricorn energy, which, you know, this could even be you being a bit, Capricorns are associated with work and effort. It could be like a really addictive to work now. You've got into work mode because we've been at home, you know, we've kind of been available for work 24/7 because we've been working at home, so emails come. I mean, I get emails at 11 o'clock, but, you know, now we're going back to some kind of normality. Is that now right for me? Is that a work-life balance? About balance this. Am I too addicted to work? Maybe. Just have a think about those things, whatever resonates with you. And then we've got the Emperor, another major arcana. So the Emperor, you can see here, I mean, as soon as I look at this card, I think about wisdom, knowledge, power. You know, he's got his scroll, he's got, you know, he's authoritative, he's a leader. Can be a bit stubborn, you know, when you look at, you know, you think of sort of Roman emperor type thing, which is, you know, obviously where the word comes from. But I also like the pillars in the background, because this is about, you know, a stable building, stable grounding of that knowledge and what you're going to do with it. So I love this reading so far. I see this as a real awakening, a real sort of knowledge. Maybe while you've been, you know, in lockdown, you've sort of, you know, been on YouTube, you've been looking at tarot, you've been looking at, you know, just improving yourself from a knowledge point of view. And and that's helped you go through this journey. You know, we look at things like, you know, how to recover from narcissistic abuse, how to recover from, you know, losing a loved one. You know, my heart goes out to anybody that's lost anybody during this pandemic, and you know, love and light to you. But you know, from these experiences, we can grow and learn, and it's not easy, and this definitely hasn't been an easy journey, but it's there. So now we've got the Hangman. I'm a bit surprised that's come out there. I'd expected it, based on this read, to be out a bit earlier. But I'm getting the feeling, I'm getting the sense from this. Look at this Hangman. Normally they're like really restricted, but this Hangman looks like he's a bit like a gymnast. He's an escapologist. He's releasing himself from the bonds. We were talking about the bonds in the Devil card. The bonds in this card, you know, he's almost free. So I feel like there's been almost kind of a restriction, like a straitjacket, and you're now, you know, look how colourful even his trousers are. Sorry, I mean, it's just, whenever I do a reading, the cards say things at different times, things get drawn to your attention. And the energy I'm getting is this is a colourful new beginning of freedom. And I feel this card is more like the Fool card, almost taking a leap of faith out of that freedom. So maybe, if this resonates with you, maybe you kind of kept yourself bounded based on your beliefs, based on, you know, things going on around you. That, you know, that things aren't going to get better, and, you know, this is my lot, this is what I'm going to get from my life. That's not how you're feeling now. Maybe last year, not now. No. You are free. You are free to express yourself. And from that, the Queen of Swords. So not only are you free to express yourself, you're now strong in your power to your truth. So this, I'm getting boundaries from this card. So maybe before you kind of, you know, allowed people to encroach on your boundaries with, maybe you're a people pleaser, maybe you always put other people before yourself. This is about you. This is about you being, I mean, she can be a bit of a diva, the Queen of Swords. Again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You know, they can be a bit, you know, matter of fact, and be quite cold. You know, I think of like the Lion Witch and Wardrobe, the White Witch. But they command respect. Respect of themselves. Respect of what they've learned, and knowing exactly what they want and what they don't want. So I really like that. I love that. You've come on a real, I'd love to hear your story, because I think this is yeah, really powerful. You know, you're definitely ascending. And then we've got the Five of Cups to finish. And the Five of Cups is all about regret, remorse, emotional, almost like reviewing your emotional cycles. And this might be like, you know, you've gone through this massive transformation, and then you're just like doing a little emotional check, because a lot of this is in your head, a lot of this is in your core chakra, your head chakra, and then your emotions are just going, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want? Again, going back to, you know, when you're in your strongest, is the devil testing you? Are you sure this is what you want? So don't reflect too much on the path. You can see here these three cups here. She's kind of looking at them, and the way she's dropping the last one is like, oh, giving up a little bit of hope. But look at the window. That's your two cups. That's your divine. That two cups always signifies the lovers. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. But look at the shining, the light coming through the window. These cups look gold. These cups look dead. So for me, this is a reminder card. Remember what I was saying about when you're at your strongest, you get tested. This is you being tested emotionally. You know, that little bit of doubt, that little bit of noise in your head that says, are you worthy? Are you good enough? You are. You absolutely are. So it's time to believe. I'm not saying go crazy and just be like completely risk adverse and, you know, all held to the leather and take silly chances. But you know yourself now, which is beautiful. Absolutely love it. So great, lovely reading. Really think that was a powerful one for whoever needed to hear it. Like I said, please like, share, comment on the channel, because that's how it grows and it really means a lot to me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm literally just going to go through the zodiac signs one by one and pull 3 of these gorgeous miniature tarots and take it as it resonates. I'm personally going to channel it through love and what's coming towards you. Okay, so I'm going to quick fire through these and let you get back to your day. So Aries, what's in store for Aries coming in love? Okay, right, so we've got the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, we've got the Devil in reverse. One more, please. And we've got the 10 of Swords. I'm glad that's come out, and I'll explain why. So with these 3 cards, you see they're so beautiful. So the 8 of Swords in reverse. Before in the upright, you were completely in your head. You were anxious. You were causing yourself, you know, to be restricted. You know, normally it's the lady blindfolded, but this one you can see she's like trapped in a bubble that's got swords, you know, ready to pierce that bubble. Because it's in the reverse, I feel like you're coming out of a period of blindsiding, restricting yourself, maybe doubting yourself, and maybe I'm getting an essence of a bit of depression maybe. Totally understandable. Don't judge yourself, don't be hard on yourself. You know, we all go through wellness cycles. I've suffered depression myself, so don't be ashamed. Please don't sit in silence. I feel like you had sat in a bit of silence, you've not reached out for help. Maybe you developed some toxicity with the Devil. You can see it's kind of like a real spiritual devil card, this one, but you're caged. But it's in the reverse. So positive, because you're coming out of it. You're now taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and going, you know what, that's not what I want for myself. So although I thought this was a love reading, and it could have been, you could have been in a toxic relationship, you could have been preventing yourself from a relationship, and now you're moving forward. But for me, the fact that you've got the 10 of Swords at the end, this cycle is coming to an end. This is a completion of it doesn't necessarily have to be just painful, but it could be a very disruptive, I don't want to say self-harm, but mentally traumatic is what I'm getting. It's been a journey, you know, again, for any of those that have lost anybody, you know, my heart goes out to you, and please don't suffer in silence, reach out. I've done a lot of self-healing, so I'll be launching a wellness channel soon around how to, you know, maximise your wellness. But I do see that as a positive. You know, you're moving away from a tough time. So God bless you, Aries, and let me know how you get on. Okay, so then we move on to Taurus. We've got the Faith, which is the Hierophant card. So that's not surprising, that's come out with Taurus. So this is about your spiritual level, and the Emperor. Wow. So the Hierophant and the Emperor as well. What a beautiful Emperor that is. Look, well in your power. 2 major arcanas. This is Taurus. You've gone through a major spiritual awakening and understanding. Major, life-changing. So whether you've found something that's really, whether you've found something that's really helped you spiritually, could be tarot, could be religion, could be whatever's giving you peace. But look, now that you've found that new level, you've got the 3 of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. This is all about your ships coming in. You don't have to do anything now. You're at that level. You're going to attract what you want and what's important to you. Just to clarify back on Aries, so we had 2 air signs, so Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, and we had the Capricorn again popping out with the Devil. So let's have a look for Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? Gemini, we've got the Knight of Wands. Ooh, a little bit of passion coming in for you. This for me is normally like the fastest night for me. Comes in, can be, as one of my favourite readers, Rambling Mike says, the fire pony. So it could be a little bit of a player, could be a little bit of a spice encounter. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy again. But this could be somebody who's like, coming in, let's have a bit of fun. And then they go again. So just be mindful of that. You know, I'm not saying that's the case. It could just be a brand new whirlwind kind of romance, lots of passion. And who doesn't need that right now, you know? I feel like having a hugging party. I haven't been able to hug anybody for so long. And then we've got the 10 of Coins, which is 10 of Pentacles. So abundance. Wow. So that's Earth energy there for you. So Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So, wow, looks like some positive things are coming. So maybe something that starts off a little bit playfully. You know, we don't know when we first meet somebody if we're going to fall in love or anything like that. But by all means, it could be that you meet somebody, it comes in really fast, goes a bit like a whirlwind, and then actually you sit back and go, this is it. Wow, brilliant. So let's have a look then. So let's, last card for Gemini. What have we got for Gemini? Gemini. Okay. So we've got the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. So again, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries energy. And often the Knight of Wands can be really kind of very passionate, but very, very, what's the word, stubborn, can be a little bit controlling. I get from this card particularly, you know, look how there's lots of fire in the background, lots of power and dominance, almost like an emperor, a pharaoh type image in this card. Beautiful card. But I see that as, now whether you've been in that kind of position of power and dominance in a relationship or connection with somebody, or somebody who's been like that with you, that's easing. So through this awakening spiritual, you know, for all the things that you're going through, that's easing, and it's going to allow that abundance to come through more. You know, sometimes we can try too hard, is what I'm getting, and because we try so hard, we don't kind of reap the benefits. Whereas sometimes we just slow down a little bit, and almost, you know, do things the right way, we get better results. That's how I feel from that. So good news for you, Gemini. Let's have a look for Cancer. What's Cancer? Ooh, flew out Cancer. Oh, 2 Queens, Cancer. This doesn't have to be gender specific, but Cancer, have you got a couple of people on the go? Woo! Maybe, yeah, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune as well. So maybe you've got a decision between an air sign and a fire sign. 2 gorgeous queens here. So you've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You've got Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. That may mean something to you. One's very, 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 very passionate. One's very, very sort of intelligent, creative, and you know, very direct. So a little bit less passionate maybe to start with. We all know that, you know, air signs underneath, when they feel trust, etc., they can be very passionate. So you've got this, and then overriding the top, you've got a decision to make. You've got a positive decision to make on the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be just different energies in the same person, and could be even in the energies in yourself, where you're kind of, you know, do I allow my passions to come through a bit more, or do I think more in my head? Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I'm starting to feel like that's more about the Wheel of Fortune. You know, which needs to be more dominant for me? Do I need to go with my heart and my fire, or do I need to just hang on, right, this is right for me from a logical point of view? Maybe the Wheel of Fortune is helping you at that stage now where you've reached that maturity, that you can balance both. Because the Wheel of Fortune is about balance for me. It's about the journey of balance, the journey of change for the better. Love that. Quite excited by that one, Cancer. Quite like that. So let me know your story. I'd be quite interested to know if you've got a couple of people on the go. So Leo, whoa, King and Queen of the Jungle. What we got for Leo? Okay, so 2 come out there, lovely. So we've got 4 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and we've got the Strength in reverse. Your card, Leo. So this is saying to me, you see, look at this 4 of Cups. And a lot of the 4 of Cups, the person, you know, be it male or female in the image, is looking at the free. Sorry, the iPad locked off there. But normally on the 4 of Cups, you've got a hand through the cloud showing a divine cup coming at you, and you're not paying attention to it. In this one, you are. And I like this. Look how beautiful the cup is that's being presented to you. And I see this as you're actually coming out of a situation. Could have been quite an emotional situation. Do apologise, guys. Someone was just ringing my phone. I've just put it on silent, so I do apologise. This could also mean, because we've got the marriage card there for me, that maybe you've had to come out of a committed relationship. And that's been kind of hard for you, and you're kind of in a period of stagnation and recovery, which is why your strength's in reverse. You're just trying to find your power again. So I do feel a bit of a solemn energy, and you're still perhaps reflecting on what could have been. So the cards are kind of saying to me, you know, allow yourself that time to heal, and feel free again to reach out to me if this is you, Leo, and you are going through that period of recovery. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll see how I can help support you with that. But the fact that the last card was the emotional 4 of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, but you're actually looking at the future, you're looking at the divine cup. Maybe you had to come out of a relationship that you really loved that person, but you know in your head it wasn't right. But the spirits are basically guiding us to the fact that something better is coming. It's going to be presented for you when you least expect it, is how the cards are sort of reaching out to me. So let's have a look at Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, we've got the 8 of Coins, which is the 8 of Pentacles. So perhaps you're working on yourself, or you're heavily into your work at the moment. We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the 9 of Wands. So you're definitely in your power. You're definitely focusing on yourself, which is good. You're definitely working really hard. So we've got Earth energy there, which is your energy, Capricorn and Taurus. We've also got air energy. The King of Swords, though, for me is all about being in control of your thoughts, really, you know, knowing what you want, knowing what direction you're going in. And the 9 of Wands, fire energy, sometimes it can be a bit of a deflated one because you're not quite at the 10. But this one, look at him, he's not even bothered. He's been through loads of battles. Look at all the battles he's won. And now he's sitting there quite strong. He's like, bring it on. Bring on the next one. I'm not bothered. I'm in my power. You know, I've been through crap. And I've survived. It's the energy I'm getting from you. You're working really hard on yourself. You're really starting to understand yourself and know what you want. And now you're ready. You're ready to step up. You know, he's sitting there waiting for the next battle, but you're not bothered. So you're really strong in your power. I like that. Love that. So Libra. We have the 6 of Wands, fire energy. So this is a victory. A victory's coming to you. Fantastic. We've got the 3 of Swords. So maybe you've had some heartache, some pain, and you're going to get some victory over it. Too many cards have jumped out there. So the 3 of Swords is often through a heart, but this one, I'll show you in just a second. What we've got here. Oh, I'm going to show you one of the special additions to this deck, which is lovely. So, 6 of Wands, look at this guy. If that ain't a champion, never a better card that depicts a champion. Look how many victories you've had, and you're about to have another one. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, very much in your power. So whatever's gone on, whatever's happening to you, could be relationship, could be work, could be anything. But this is what I mean about the Three of Swords. Look at this one. Definite pain from the Three of Swords, because it's often depicted as three swords stabbing into the heart. But look at this one, and look at how she's kind of shaded on one side with the swords. I see this has been a bit of a disappointment, a bit of pain in your head chakra. So maybe this is more about possible work. Maybe you were made redundant. Maybe your business has struggled during COVID. But remember, we're on the path to victory. So this is just what you're thinking. Maybe this is what you're worrying about in your head, about what went wrong before. And messages, don't let that stop you, because look. So this is a new card. These cards are like the 4 extra ones that I've said in the deck. So this is the Palace card for coins. So if you take your tenner coin, your 10 of cups, which is all about abundance and attracting what's important to you, this is you making it in every level. So home, family, money, career. So I'm sensing quite a career one from this one, that maybe you've had some struggles, but you're going to get there. It's going to come off. It's going to pay off. So hang in there, stay strong. Don't let your own head restrict you and batter you from your true potential. That's what I'm getting from that one. So biased as anything, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I'm very, very much a passionate Scorpio. Best lover in the deck. Sorry, I'm only playing, but it's true. But yeah, very intuitive, very powerful. Oh, so we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, interesting. What else have we got for Scorpio? We've got the 2 of Cups. Okay, interesting. And we've got the Priestess. I'm a Priestess, absolutely. So 8 of Cups, so lots of Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, so obviously you'd expect that. You've got Gemini here as well with the 2 of Cups. Sorry, I'm talking about Gemini. I was thinking of the lovers there. Obviously the 2 swans have drawn my attention. So no, 2 cards for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and then the Priestess, Major Arcana to finish. So this for me is a potential person coming back, because as we see, in the upright, the 8 of Cups is all about somebody walking away. There's a nice full moon in this one, which is often considered about emotional illumination or kind of deceptions that could happen before. So for me, this is about maybe somebody's come to their senses. Maybe you're in a relationship before and they've gone, I made a mistake. I let my Scorpio go and I shouldn't have done. So don't be surprised if there's a period of somebody trying to reconcile, is the energy I'm getting from that card, because then it's followed by the soulmate card, the 2 lovers. I mean, swans, they mate for life. So this could be the real deal. Don't know what's gone on before for you. Maybe there was lots of, healing that needed to be done. And the reason I say that is because then we've gone to the Priestess, which is all about that healing, that ascension spirit. I mean, look at her. She's literally, the moon's in there again. That's quite interesting. So we've got the moon, and in the two of Cups, we've actually got a star in this one. So this is all about healing. This is either you healing from a past relationship that walked away from you, and you going, do you know what? Fine, I'm done. Or this is about somebody coming back and you having a proper heart to heart and realizing what the connection is. And there's 2 different colour orbs there as well. So I get that. I do get a feeling of fire and water, so whether that resonates with you, but yeah, definitely a powerful energy. Maybe a relationship that you didn't understand the connection before, kind of took it for granted, and then now it's gone. It's maybe you realise. So that's quite important. So then we've got, for Sagittarius, we have got the Page of Swords. Pages are all about new beginnings, new opportunities. This could be new truths for you. So this could be about yourself. This could be about someone else. You've then got the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Coins, which I always symbolise as working on yourself, being very happy with yourself. Look at the little dove in the bottom. There's a lot of peace there. So this might be that you've started a new beginning in terms of your life journey, your life path, and you're feeling quite happy about it, you're feeling quite comfortable about it. You're focusing on yourself, like I said, there's no problem with that. Let's see what else we've got for you. Nine of Swords. So you've still got some anxiety and worry. So again, this might be that you've gone on to a new journey, a new venture. So with the Page of Swords, you might have gone on to a new job. Or, you know, because of the climate and stuff, you know, people are worried about their jobs all the time. I feel like you're worrying unnecessarily, or not unnecessarily, because that's playing down your feelings. I don't mean that. What I mean is, maybe there's a level that you need to be at. You know, this is a logical level of worry, because, you know, we all worry, but you're kind of doubling it and making it worse. So if you think about it from a logical point of view, if you're over traumatizing yourself with your thoughts, your efficiency level drops. So your ability to find a way through whatever trauma or whatever issues going on becomes blocked. And we all know that, because how much better we are at giving other people advice, because we're not emotionally connected to it, than we are taking our own advice. This to me says that you're on a new journey or a new venture, a new job, and you're worrying too much, over the top. You're over catastrophizing potential failure, potential problems. So what I would do with that, guys, I haven't given any advice so far, but I would actually write down pros and cons, and for every con, try and use one of the positives to overcome it, so that you're left with a more positive mindset. Just a quick tip there, guys. And also, I always have a notepad by my bed, so if I wake up in the night and I have a few like misguided thoughts or concerns, I jot them down on the paper, because one of the biggest anxiety things is that you're not going to remember to do something, or you're not going to know how to deal with something. So just by writing it down, first thing you've done is, I'm not going to figure out, I need to sort that out. Okay, so whether it's bills, whether it's money, whether it's family, whatever. A lot of anxiety comes from the not knowing and the fear of not remembering or not doing something right. Let's have a look at Capricorn then. Let's have a look at, oh, two flew out straight away. Wow. So we've got the Ace of Cups for Capricorn. Look how beautiful this Ace of Cups is. Literally divine. So this is all about a new, emotional, passionate beginning. Could be a new cycle, doesn't have to be necessarily a new relationship. And the reason I say that is because you've got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups can often symbolise reconciliation and celebration. You see this is like towered up on these Three of Cups. Normally you have like three people celebrating. So towered up, that reminds me of like when you go to a wedding or something and they do all the goblets and then pour the champagne in like a fountain and it filters all the way down. So this could be a possible reconciliation that could lead to an emotional, fulfilling marriage. Could be a possible soulmate connection, who knows. Definitely a lot of Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer energy, if that rings true to you. Okay, but I definitely get this is that's definitely a love or emotional connection coming in. Or, okay, yeah, this is definitely now for me with the Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins. This is about somebody that was past, either put you out in the cold or you put them out in the cold, and it needs to be overturned. There's somebody you're thinking about, Capricorn. You know, whether you instigated it or they instigated it, but there's some regret here. There's a desire to reconcile and start a new beginning. And you know, you can see here that rather than walking away, you're offering your cup again. You see that little wooden cup? You know, you're out in the cold and you're like, you know, can we have another go? Almost like Oliver. More? Move a little bit more, please. So that's how I get from that. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. We've got the Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles. Maybe you're holding on to something or somebody. We've got the Page of Coins. So, new beginning. This is coming out as very earthy. Absolutely earthy. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. So, look at this. This tells a story straight away. You've got the Four of Coins. So you're either holding on to somebody or holding on to your own assets, and you're focusing in purely on the tangible, the work, your home, that kind of thing. But you're going on a new little beginning. So whether it's a new investment, a new job, or a new relationship, you know, maybe you've had some time where you weren't emotionally available, and you're kind of opening up a little bit now, because look what's coming in. Balance. Beautiful. I love this card. Love the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. It's all about balance. But look on this one. Normally you've just got the scales or sharing the coins, but it looks like he's offering, like, it's almost like a key or a symbol. You've got all your coin. You're balanced. You're set. Now you're looking for that last missing piece to be drawn into your harmony, as it were. Like it. Nice. Really nice. Very, very earthy. So if you are dealing with an earth sign, that might be the relationship element that you're like, do you know what, I'm ready now. I'm ready to commit to this fully and have a balanced relationship with you. Nice, like it. Pisces, last but not least, my intuitive water sister. Don't know where that accent come from, no idea. Sorry, it's early. Okay, so we have got Shock, the Star and the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy. So there's some healing going on here, Pisces, some rebalancing. Two major arcana, followed by the Seven of Swords, a call to action, movement, decision making, truth. Okay, so look at this beautiful star card. Wow, look at that. What I like about this card is often with the star, you're pouring your goblets into water to rebalance. What you're doing here is you're actually pouring into the star. Can you see that above the world? So this to me is a different kind of healing. And not only are you healing, but you're literally ascending into the power of the star, the power of you. You are the star. You might be going on a little bit of a fame journey possibly, but I see that as you putting all your emotion into your self-healing so that you can become the bright star that you are. Lovely, beautiful. Really love this moon card. If you look at this, right, so often with the moon, you've got like the lobster, you know, little crafty lobster who's behind your back, and the wolves are kind of looking at the moon, looking for illumination, looking for any kind of deception. This isn't that card. This is, look at the power that's coming from the moon. Yeah, all the bats, all the cobwebs, all the release of the deceptions or things that weren't true to you have come out now. You know the truths, and now look at you, both sides of you, emotionally and I want to say spiritually, because I see one of these is kind of a grounded wolf, and the other one is more of a spiritual wolf. You're in a bit more harmony. You're quite clear now, which is lovely to go along with the star card. And then you've got, look at this, look. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can often be sort of negative, deception, sneaky. Might be in this case because the guy's grabbing a few of the swords and running off, look. But because of the healing cards, and we always, as tarot readers, we always have to take what cards accompany a card. I see this as maybe a situation that you weren't happy in, or some pain has happened, possibly in a relationship or possibly at work. And it's taught you some hard lessons. Real hard lessons, to be honest with you, and at one point you needed to go through that healing to be, you know, we all need to heal after those kind of events, but this for me is like, do you know what, I'm going to take what I've learned from this situation, what I've learned from this relationship, and I'm going to jog on. Don't know if you've heard that phrase before, but it's basically, I'm just going to move, I'm just going to do one, I'm going to do me, I'm going to leave behind these two, I'm going to leave them hanging on the wall. I don't need them. I don't want them. You know, if I was really a thief, I'd take the whole lot. So you may have been deceived. This could be triggering that you may have been deceived or treated badly. But for me, I see this more about you. You're healing. You've had the enlightenment, don't forget. So maybe you were enlightened to some deception and things, but you know it now. You know what's gone on. And now you're like, you know what? I'll take all my stuff, take what I want, and I'm off. So I like it because it's a movement card. It's about moving forward, which is great, which is just what you need. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. A very different read for me. I've not done one like this before. Let me know if you like it. Quite happy to do one of those a week, just for general energy and across the board. I will be starting again full flight on individual signs for love reads and whatever else takes my fancy. So I'm back. Thank you for those that have supported me for a very difficult time. It's been very painful. I was really poorly for COVID, but I'm feeling strong, feeling happy, and I look forward to supporting as many of you as I can on your journey and just shedding some light, really. Love and light to you all, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.